All right, everyone, this is part 2 of A Respectable Woman. So if you haven't listened to part 1 or watched part 1 or whatever, I don't know. Anyways, if you haven't done the part 1 video, you might want to start there. We are going to talk about the ending today, the last like 5-ish paragraphs. So paragraphs 25 to 26, when we left off, Mrs. Baroda had found that she had these strange and uncomfortable feelings for Mr. G. She is attracted to him. She doesn't really know what to do about that. She feels kind of guilty about that, all this stuff. So, paragraph 25, she goes back to the house. She's left Mr. G alone as soon as it was polite to do so, and she goes back inside. So she's greatly tempted to tell her husband, who was also her friend, of this folly that had seized her. So she's tempted to tell her husband about all these thoughts that she has, and she cares about her husband. So we're actually going to highlight this part right here, and we'll just put all our notes on this little section. Who was also her friend. So she's tempted to tell her husband all these thoughts, and she does care about her husband. But she decides that because she is a respectable woman, so she is respectable, she doesn't go out and cheat or do any of those things. She is sensible, it says, and she knows there are some battles in life which a human being must fight alone. So she feels like she has to take care of this problem herself. Maybe she feels that it's better for her husband not to know that she had these thoughts or feelings. I don't know. That's up for debate. The story doesn't answer that question for us. So in the morning, when Gaston, Mrs. Baroda's husband, wakes up, she's already gone. She went out to the city to get a dress from her aunt, and she does not come back until Mr. G is gone. So he's gone home, and she doesn't come back till after he leaves, maybe because she's unsure, feeling a little bit of guilt, a little bit of fear about the way that she's been feeling towards him. So in paragraph 28, I can count, they talk about maybe having him back during the next summer, but Mrs. Baroda does not want to do that. Strenuous. We're going to look at the footnote for that word. Strenuous meaning like very energetic. She's so energetic. So it's an energetic objection. She's like, no way. Absolutely not. I don't want to do that. Please don't. So she's absolutely against it here. So this is an interesting thing because previously she didn't like him, then she did like him, then she was attracted to him and felt guilty about it, and now she does not want to have him back. She now doesn't want to have him back at all. Possibly, we're just going to do an abbreviation for possibly, because of how she's been feeling about him. Maybe she's afraid of what she'll do. However, before the year ended, and this is where the story starts to get a little strange, this is an unexpected ending or a mysterious ending. Before the year ended, she proposed wholly from herself, so it's all her idea, to have Mr. G visit them again. Her husband is surprised and delighted that she suggested such a thing. He says in paragraph 30 that he's glad. I don't know how to pronounce this French phrase, but I'll show you what it means. Dear friend. So as a husband and a wife, they are also friends, which is nice. He's happy to know that she's overcome her dislike for him because he did not deserve it. So he doesn't know. You finally overcome your dislike for him. He doesn't know all of the other feelings that she had. So that's an interesting statement because he doesn't know how much she truly did overcome her dislike for him. He doesn't know what exactly he's saying. We could say that can be our note, because he doesn't know all the feelings she did have for him besides dislike. He doesn't know everything that happened. or everything that she felt is more accurate. So then she says, "Oh, I have overcome everything. This time you will see. This time I shall be very nice to him." So this is where it's a little bit of a mysterious ending, right? Because what does she mean that she's overcome? The story doesn't tell us. Has she overcome her feelings for him, or has she overcome her fear of society's constraints? So she's a, quote, respectable woman, meaning she follows the expectations of society. So does this mean that she has overcome her feelings? For Mr. G, I'm not going to type his whole name. Or has she overcome her fear of society expectations? I can spell. Expectations. No, I can't. Guys, I've been away from the school too long. Expectations for women. And we don't really know because it doesn't tell us. It doesn't tell us how she feels about it. So this is up for interpretation. You would have to look back at the way she talks to Mr. G, the way she and her husband seem to feel about each other, and you have to use that evidence to draw a conclusion and decide whether you think she's decided that she has overcome her feelings for Mr. G or overcome her expectations of society. She does kiss her husband when she says this, so that would be one way to look at it, but you would have to decide for yourself about that. So that is the end of A Respectable Woman. It's kind of a mysterious ending. We don't really get a straight answer. So I hope these two videos will help you as you complete this assignment, and I hope you enjoyed the story also. Talk to you guys later.